everyone, it's Christina. Welcome back to Paranormal TV. So today I'm going to be talking about my last investigation, which has been a while because my health has been a roller coaster ride lately. I mentioned doing this in my video about antagonizing spirits, which I will link in the cards. I think they come up here because I think my camera flips me around. So I think it's here. I think. That is my paranormal discussion on antagonizing ghosts. If you guys want to go watch that and add your opinion to the discussion, please do so. I would appreciate it. I really like to do paranormal discussions, but I mentioned that I never really had too many negative experiences, but I felt like this was a negative experience with investigating, and I didn't antagonize any ghosts, just to let you guys know. We had a Halloween special which went up late. It actually was not a Halloween special. It was supposed to be a Halloween special, but I got really ill on Halloween and I didn't get to put the video up because I was so sick, unbelievably sick on Halloween. This went up a little bit later, and if you watch that video, you guys know I got some negative responses during the investigation. It's my longest investigation that I've ever had, and I think that was pretty cool, but I definitely got some interesting things. So on my spirit box, I got "Get You, Christine," which I was like completely taken aback by. Did you hear that? You know, and I was like pretty nervous about it. But then I put it in the back of my mind. I was like, you know, I'm gonna keep going with this investigation because maybe, just maybe, that was a coincidence. We kept going on with the investigation, and it was weird. In certain spots of the graveyard that we were in, sometimes it would feel very positive, and we get very positive responses and positive feedback, positive evidence, I mean, and then we would move a little further to a different section, different graves, and it felt very different, very negative. And I feel like that might be associated with the spirit, the person that they may have been, or maybe it wasn't a human spirit. I really don't know. I did get some responses that really creeped me out. Like we got Lucifer at one point, which I did not hear until editing, and when I edited it, I like listened to it like a million times. I was like, it's definitely saying Lucifer. We were sitting at a relative's grave of Natasha's, and it felt very okay at first. The relative's name is Annie, and we heard Annie come through from the spirit box, but then Annie's voice just kind of like disappeared. And I mean, we didn't hear her voice. We don't know what her voice sounded like. Natasha never met her. It was a long time ago that this person lived, but we heard the name Annie and it was a woman's voice. And then we never heard the woman's voice again, but then we heard two male voices. I asked if you were in heaven. One said yes, and then it said "you're next," which really creeped me out because it felt like threatening to me. That felt threatening. That seems like a threat to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I asked, like, are you good or are you bad? And we got "your friend is in danger," which felt like even more of a warning. And then we got "bad" also as a response, and that was the voice that said "you're next." And at the time, I did not hear "your friend is in danger." Natasha heard it, and I did not hear it at all. But when she told me that, I was like, can we go? Okay, good. And we left that section of the graveyard, went to another section, and it felt different. It felt better after that. It felt like better energy, which is so strange. And one thing that I will say is whenever we would get like the negative energy come through, I kind of felt dizzy, and I felt like I had really bad acid reflux, and you could hear me coughing a lot during those moments. And I think at one point you hear me say, oh, I'm dizzy. I do have vertigo, though. And I said that in the video. I'm like, but I do have vertigo. But usually for me, vertigo happens when I move my head really quickly, so I try not to do that. And I was sitting still. So it didn't seem like it should be my vertigo, but it could have been. I'm not saying it was definitely a spirit. I'm just throwing out there when it felt very negative. I also didn't feel good in the moment. At the time, I didn't really put two and two together. I just kind of like noted it because it was happening and I felt like I should note it, but I really didn't think too much of it. But looking back, it felt like it was all very much connected, and it felt very creepy and kind of scary. It actually kind of made me nervous to do any more investigations for a little while, and that's not why I haven't done it. The reason why I haven't done any investigations for a while is because I was really sick for a very long time. This winter was a really hard winter for me. I was sick so much this winter, and it was just really bad. And lately it's been raining, so I can't go outside with my equipment. It's going to get ruined, and I don't really have any indoor places to really investigate right now, so that's why there haven't been any investigations lately. I've done spirit box sessions though, which I felt like I needed to wait a little while before I could even do a spirit box session. It just like felt really scary to me for a little while. And that night when I went over and started listening to the evidence, and I started hearing all those negative responses that we got, I was scared, and I prayed, and I slept with my Bible. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was nervous, but nothing seemed to affect me, follow me home, or anything like that. So that's good. It made my mom pretty nervous too when I told her about it. So I just kind of want to get your opinions on what you think of the situation. When I investigate, I try to be polite. I say please and thank you. And I also ask for only positive spirits. I pray. I have a protection bracelet that I wear on investigations. So I try to prepare myself for that kind of thing. And this was the first time that I felt like it was more on the negative side than positive side. So if you guys watched that investigation, let me know what you thought of it down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!